Have you ever gotten back from a cruise and within a couple of days or maybe a week, you start forgetting some of the amazing, awesome things you did on that trip? I know I have. So let's talk about some simple and easy things that I do now so that I can remember every day, every excursion, every experience from a cruise. I'm going to share my top tips for capturing all those unforgettable cruise moments so you can relive them long after your return home. From simple photography hacks to creative ways to document your experience, I'll show you how to make every memory count. Plus, I'm going to talk about the best tools and techniques that I've found to ensure you never forget a single moment. You want to make sure you never forget where and when those memories were made? I've got a simple but effective method for organizing your photos and videos that'll help you relive your cruise for years to come, and you won't believe how easy it is. Stick around, that's going to be the last tip I share with you. So we've all done this. We've all gone on cruises or whatever kind of vacation. It doesn't have to be a cruise. And you're there, I'm going to talk about cruises because that's what I love. So you're on this cruise ship for 7 nights, 6 nights, 5 nights, 12 nights, whatever. And you have these amazing experiences. Oh, we did this and we saw that. And oh, this was beautiful. And that was so much fun. And the band was great and yada, yada, And then you get home and, a couple days go by, a week goes by, you get together with some buddies for dinner somewhere and, oh, so how was your cruise? Oh, it was a blast. And what did we do? It's already starting to go. It's already starting to get buried in the barrage of everything in our daily lives. So I got this list of 21 things to help you remember it, help you document it, help you not lose it. I've tried all of these at some point. Some of them I still use, some of them not so much. They didn't feel right to me. They didn't sit right with me, but I have tried all of these. Okay. So I'm just going to go down the list. I'm going to tell you a little, what it is and how I feel about it. Create a cruise journal. Anybody who's ever been on a cruise or read about cruising knows that, this one is talked about. Write down the key moments, your thoughts, memories daily to complement those videos and photos. Yeah, I don't do that. I'm not a writer. I don't keep a journal. If you do, good for you. That's great. If that works for you, good. It doesn't work for me. I don't like writing things down, particularly when I'm on a cruise. I don't even, and someone will use your computer and type it. I can do that, but that's not for me because I'm not going to take that time. I'm just not. There's too much to see and do on a ship. Take a daily photo of the ship. Capture the beauty of the ship each day to track your journey and the ship's various features. Now this one, I'm a photo hound. I take pictures all day, every day on a ship. Anything we're doing, I take a picture of the daily planner. I take a picture of our breakfast. I take a picture of our lunch. I take a picture of our dinner. I take a picture, if we're going to go sit at the pool, I take a picture, I take a ton of photos every day. So that one I do, and that one does help. Now, what I try to do is take selfies or get a photo with somebody in it that I know, because I remember things more when I'm in the photo or my wife's in the photo or our friends are in the photo than I do of just, the pool deck type of thing. Okay. Use a GoPro or like an action camera, video camera. This one I started doing a couple of years ago and absolutely love it. I have a GoPro and I've got a neck band that I wear. I literally wear it around my neck. If you see some of my pictures, from the various cruises we've been on, you'll see it. It's sits right about here, and I will video everything. If we in particular, on the cruise ship, that first day, basically I just kind of let it run, and I record the promenade, the pool deck, the buffet, our room, and I videoed everything because it also picks up audio. So as my wife and I are having a conversation about, we want to check out this, we want to go here, our muster station is this, we got to do this, it jogs the memory as well. Plus, I like posting the videos because I'll come home and edit them and, take a 20-minute video and come up with 3 or 4 30-second clips of what we're doing. So that one, those videos, that's something I do every day. This one you got to be careful with, taking candid photos of fellow cruisers. Now, if these are your companions, your friends, okay, that's one thing. But some people don't want their picture taken, especially if they're doing something embarrassing or something happened, all right? But if it's, the belly flop contest, okay, you can take pictures of that all you want. Somebody performing karaoke that, sparked a memory or made you laugh or something like that. But again, if you're taking pictures of other people, be careful. Capture each meal. Like I said, I take pictures of all of our meals. I take pictures of the menu. Particularly, I definitely take pictures of new experiences, new food experiences. Like we were on the Scarlet Lady Virgin Voyages cruise ship, and they have a test kitchen that is one of the restaurants on board. And it's where they literally test out new recipes, new types of food, new creation processes, and you get to taste it. And I took pictures of everything that we had there that night because the presentation was unique, the food was unique. It was just an experience, and I wanted to remember that. Create a travel blog or a travel vlog, video log. If you like to talk or if you like to type, nothing wrong with that. Actually, cruisingduo.com's website, a large part of it is a blog talking about my experiences and what we've done and what we've seen. The video logs, the vlogs, if you like to talk into a camera, obviously I do, go right ahead, have at it. That's a good way to remember things. Create a cruise memory box. If you look behind me on the wall, we have 3 of our cruise memory boxes up on the walls behind us. Basically, you collect small little mementos, ticket stubs, souvenirs, photos. I think we have a placemat or 2, little trinkets that we've bought, and you put them in a memory box. And it definitely helps remember what you did on that cruise. And it's a conversation starter. We have people come over, and of course they're drawn to them. And oh, what was that? What did you do there? That's a pretty cool one. Now, honestly, we're about 4 memory boxes behind at this point because, we gather things, we bring them home, and then they kind of sit in a pile until, we get creative one weekend and we put them all together. Use a cruise photography package. Now, we all know the cruise ship photography packages are not cheap, but the upside is these are, I would call them professional photographers, but they are definitely photographers with some experience. So they will capture good portraits, good family pictures and events. And if you want to invest in the photo package, have at it. And you can go, towards the end of the cruise, there's always an area on the cruise ship where you can go see the pictures, and you choose which ones you want to buy, and you can either print them out or they'll put them on a flash drive or a CD for you for, $100, a couple $100. If you do certain excursions, like adventure type excursions, a lot of times they're going to take pictures and or videos of those excursions, and they'll sell them to you. So that, you can see yourself zip lining through the rainforest or snorkeling or whatever. Actually, I got to be honest, this one I've never done. I've done all the rest that I've talked about so far, but making a daily playlist. A lot of people are memory triggered by music. I am to a degree as well. So a lot of what they'll do is they'll make a post-cruise, or actually during the cruise and post-cruise, they'll create a playlist of the music they heard on the cruise ship. Either, the band that played at night or just over the speakers or when they were out in town. So they'll create a playlist. So when they hear that song, it's going to trigger a memory from, Jamaica or the ship or whatever. You can also do a collage of cruise ship ticket stubs, postcards, brochures, kind of like the memory box, but do it in a collage. This is probably the closest we've gotten to that one. It's basically the same thing, you just don't put it in a memory box. Capture the behind the scenes moments, those quiet moments. One of my favorite memories is sitting on the Celebrity Reflection, sitting at the bar on the back of the ship, just me and my wife watching sunset. I've got a video of it, and unfortunately the audio is not that good, but I've got some pictures of it, and I've got pictures of my wife and I enjoying coffee and croissants on our balcony watching the sunrise. I've got pictures of us taking a walk in the morning on the deck. Video diary, kind of like a combination of the journal and the video log idea. I tried this one. I don't know why it just didn't work out for me. Create a scrapbook. I have friends who they buy a new scrapbook every time they go on a cruise, and they take photos, they get mementos, and they bring it on the cruise ship with them. And, the wife is very good with scrapbooks, and she creates like a page or 2 for each day, and she's got like a title, and she'll put, placemats and little mementos and photos in there so that it helps her remember what they did on each day and where they went and what they enjoyed. Posting on social media. A lot of people do this. I do it as well. I don't do it for the same reason, but a lot of people, they'll post 4, 5, 6 different photos on Facebook of each day that they're on the cruise. So when they get back, they've got that memory book already, because, every year on this date, day 1 of that cruise is going to pop up on your Facebook. So you get to remember it. That's part of why I do it as well, so that, I mean, I've got pictures on my Facebook from the first cruise that I took with my wife and kids when they were like 8 and 10, and now they're in their late 20s. And so it's really cool to see that pop up. This one is actually pretty cool, and you get some really interesting stuff. Interview fellow passengers. Just get a couple minute video chat with somebody hopefully that you have met. You don't just walk up to random strangers, but basically ask them a simple question. So, what was your favorite part of the cruise today? What was your favorite part of our stop in Grand Turk or wherever we stopped today? That kind of thing. A food diary, and I've tried this. The closest I can get is actually taking pictures of the food and the menu. But a friend of mine, he literally will write down exactly what he ordered. And while we're sitting at the table, he will fill it out and say, okay, I ordered, beef Wellington, and it came out and it was flaky and it was tender and it was juicy and it was this and that and the other thing, or I didn't like it or whatever. Again, taking photos of special events, formal night, theme parties, unique performances, the live bands that you really enjoy. Capture the stunning landscapes, the shore excursions, the ocean vistas, the sunsets, the sunrises. Take pictures with you in them. So now here's my absolute favorite thing to do, to document every day of the cruise and remember it easier. Okay, so it's kind of a two-step process. Okay, step one, and depending upon how you pack and what you bring with you, you might not be able to do this, but I always bring a laptop with me. Multitude of reasons I won't go into, but I always have a laptop with me. So usually in the morning, sometimes, when we get back to the room at night, but a lot of the times I'm either too tired or had too many drinks, so I do it the next morning. I will connect my phone and my GoPro to the laptop, and I will download all of the videos and all of the pictures from my devices onto my laptop. I've created a folder called, whatever the cruise is on, Wonder of the Seas, Eastern Caribbean, February 2024, whatever. And then I create, day one, day two, folders for each day, embarkation, disembarkation. And I move all of the pictures and all the videos into that day's folder, and I rename them. Okay. So all of my pictures and, and all of my videos are, like say we're in Jamaica, that day. So I put, I name them Jamaica WOTS for Wonder of the Seas 2024. So some whatever naming convention, it kind of changes. But all of those videos now have the name of the place. It could be Sea Day, Wonder of the Seas 2024, or Jamaica or whatever. At the very least, the month and the year, and they're all in a folder. Okay, that way when I get home and I need to, what was the name of the restaurant we ate at in Jamaica? All I got to do is go to that folder, pull up the pictures, and click through them until I find the picture of the restaurant. What I will also do is while I'm doing this, usually my wife probably won't like that I'm saying it like this, but while my wife is getting ready for the day, her shower, her doing her makeup, blow drying her hair, whatever, that gives me 15 or so minutes, 20 minutes to do all of this process. Okay. While I'm doing it, I'm looking through the photos and I'm using the audio recorder on my phone and recording a 4-minute, 5-minute diary entry, arguably an audio journal, if you will, of what we did that day and what was special about it and what I remember, because I've got the pictures right there and I've got the videos right there. So I'm looking through it and I'm remembering. So I'm arguably writing down the highlights of each day. When that's done, I then transfer that audio file right into that same folder. So that way, when I come home, I can then edit the audio or the videos. I use a transcription service and I get all of my audio notes transcribed. And that gives me a audio and visual journal of the entire trip and what each step and what each day involved and what we did. And that repetition, the seeing it in the photo and hearing myself say it into the recorder and then reading back the notes, that combination of hearing it and seeing it multiple times locks it into my memory so that I won't forget it. And I've got the documentation. So, if 6 months down the road or 2 years down the road, I get asked a question about what we did or what excursion did we do last time we were in Jamaica. And, this trip happened to be that. So I could pull up, oh, here's the photos of the private yacht cruise that we did, or the fishing trip that we did. And, here's the company we used and we absolutely loved it. Highly recommend them, yada, yada, yada. And honestly, I use a lot of that in my blog posts as well, because I've got the pictures, I've got the transcripted notes. It's easier to format. Anyway, so that's what I do. That's arguably how I capture everything and don't lose anything from that cruise. Now, this process is still evolving. This is I probably use it on 2 cruises, maybe 3 cruises in some form. And I'm going to keep refining it. I'll probably do a follow-up video to this, maybe 2 or 3 cruises from now. So towards the end of the year, and update what I'm doing now, how I'm doing differently, So that's what I do. So now that you know the best ways to capture those cruise memories, you're going to need to know about the must-have accessories for your trip. Because if you don't, you might miss out on making that journey easier, more enjoyable, and your cabin feel larger. So I'm going to show all of that to you in this upcoming video.